talk about ServiceNow. Enjoyed the opportunity. Each and every quarter, I get to talk to CEO Bill McDermott on earnings day. This company is just—it's a lightning rod. It's just continues to attract business, attract growth. It's got some really exciting key metrics that it was able to hit this quarter. The company saw, I think it was 10 billion of annual RPO backlog. Sorry, 8.6 billion, but almost like 18 of total RPO. It's on a pace to ACV, so your annual contract value of $10 billion. The company's got these amazing new partnerships with Visa and Ernst & Young, basically built on its generative AI platform. So what Bill was able to share with me was that effectively the company's Gen AI has picked up and monetized at a rate that was much, much faster than what was expected. And this has led the company to beating quarter over quarter and year over year. It's going to be a $10 billion annual contract subscription business. It's heading on that pace. He's had really, really bold ambitions for the company's growth, but they're growing on margin. Oh, and by the way, something he said, and he really pointed this out, no layoffs, not ever. Throughout the whole thing, he committed to it, didn't lay off a single person over the last couple of years, hit all the metrics, won the customers. I mean, it's like one of these situations where it's almost hard to not be kind of cheering for it.
No layoffs ever?
No layoffs since, like, he made a commitment in the beginning, kind of when the market turned and all the companies were turning to layoffs. This last, about 2 years ago, when the market in the end of 21, when it started to slow, that he would not lay anybody off. And so the company did not. Actually told me that they had 1 million applications for one position.
What? It must have been an AI programming role for like $1 million or something.
Yeah, he said, that there was like 1 million applications for an open position. I mean, just incredible numbers. I mean, in future, we only get like 100,000 per position that we open up. So he's 10xing me. No, I'm kidding. It was, but like you said, you're seeing 25% growth. You're seeing, the company's focusing on these kind of vertical industry LLMs. So what are they doing with Visa? A transform payment service experience LLM. They're working together. It launched a 5-year strategic. Now, again, this is the biggest payment rails in the planet, Visa. They went with EY, so one of the world's largest consulting company, to build a governance and responsible AI LLM that they can be able to offer AI enhanced, and it's built on ServiceNow Assist. So the platform approach has gone very vertical. They're saying here payments vertical. They're saying governance vertical. They're saying of course workflow, digital experience, employee experience, kind of left to right. And it's like it's an anomaly, Pat. But it's like all they're doing now is they just continually win and surprise, outgrow and outpace. He also, probably one of the most prolific things or prophetic things that he said is that he believes there's a whole new enterprise SaaS platform software that's going to come to market in the coming years. Meaning, basically, the enterprise software as we know it is about to completely be turned on its head. The companies that we know that tend to run the businesses end to end, he believes, could meaningfully change. So, it was a very, very positive quarter, Pat. It was all about Gen AI, though. All about Gen AI, new software workflows, great partnerships, strength in terms of beating the numbers. It was weird because, like, I always try to find at least one thing that's like, ooh, this is kind of the thing I want to put my finger on and turn to poke at a company. There really wasn't anything in this particular quarter that I could poke at. And so that's hard to do. I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep digging because I never like to give anyone a free ride. I always like to at least find. I mean, my biggest concern is this. As they keep growing, they're going to start butting up to bigger companies. And they're going to butt up to new competition that eventually they're going to have to say, we're not as aligned. ServiceNow kind of always aligned to everything, ERPs and CRMs. But now they're doing more. And so that's going to be the thing to look out for, but it would be hard to bet against them being able to grab market share if they can build the software, meet the customers where they are.
So a little background on ServiceNow. Their stock's up 68% in the past year. It's on a rocket ship. And I'll tell you, before CEO Bill McDermott came in, it was a company that that was just, I don't know, buried, or at least that's the way that I viewed it. I mean, if it's hit an all-time high as well, which is very impressive. And so they're doing something right. And Daniel, one of the things that I always try to figure out, and I just need to do more research on the company, is their superpower technology, or is there superpower sales and marketing? Now, you can have it has to be a good product and it has to be delivering. But when I look at if I do a cross section of kind of how they sell and talking to people how they sell, they're a sales and marketing machine. The other thing, if I think they want to go broader, and you talked about this, they don't describe what they do very well, and it seems like kind of a hodgepodge of service management, HR delivery, FSM, I mean, like, what is the binder that pulls it together? And I think getting to that next big shelf, I think they really need to do some work on packaging up the company to be able to describe it to folks. But man, hats off. Their stock's at all-time high.
Workflow it, dude. Let's just workflow it.
Yeah, yeah. Bill McDermott coming in, it was interesting when he came in. I was thinking, gosh, you leave. It was SAP before this, right?
Yeah.
Like, why leave that and get on a company that a lot of people don't hear about? Now I get it. Dan, I'm going to give some more cycles to learning more about ServiceNow. For instance, like, which one of my analysts would I put against this? Right? I've got HRM and HCM. Right? I've got a lot of people tools. Like, who would I even put against this? Anyways, that's more of a way to ask a question of what does this company do? I guess I could put 4 or 5 of my analysts against this, and who knows? Maybe you might know some people, Dan, who can make an introduction.
I might, and we may, and there may be something more and something big from ServiceNow coming to 6.5 sometime soon. We'll have to keep our heads down for now, but we'll come back to it.